In today's video, we're focusing on the grip. We'll look at exactly how to wrap a grip tape, and also what different types of grip tape there are. We'll start with a thinner grip tape, a standard Overgrip. The advantage of such a thinner grip tape is that I can feel the edges better. Therefore, it's more recommended for beginners, because for learning the technique or how to hold the racket exactly right, a thinner grip tape helps me with that. And what's also on this racket now, you can see it slightly down, there, is that there's a cushion wrap wound underneath. That just helps to make the grip a bit softer and a bit more comfortable to hold. Exactly. And as just mentioned, this racket has the cushion wrap wound underneath. You can buy it separately, you just wrap it around the bottom. Over was just a normal super grip, so an Overgrip, a standard grip tape, has a very thin grip tape. If I want a thicker grip, for example, I can also wrap an Overgrip over the standard grip that's already on the racket. Then I have a thicker grip. But it's not recommended for beginners because at first it makes sense to learn how to hold a racket properly. And a thinner grip helps me with that. The next one we're looking at is also a standard Overgrip on top with two special features. On one hand, I've wrapped the grip thicker at the back with tape, which has the advantage that the racket doesn't slip out your hand so easily, especially when I have a hard smash so I don't lose the racket. And the second special feature, the grip tape is wrapped quite far forward here, which is again good for doubles players or people who hold the racket further forward, because I can also grip it at the front for a double serve relatively far forward, or have precision when changing my grip. The next thing we're looking at is a towel grip. Very important. Now this is aimed more at advanced players. It's not directly intended for beginners because I can't feel the edges as well. And the big advantage of such a towel grip is that it's for people who sweat a lot, so I don't lose the racket from my hand so easily. And yes, that helps me if I sweat a lot. A towel grip is recommended, or in summer when it's very hot. If I still have a lot of sweat on my hand, despite the towel grip, there are two things that can help. One is grip powder. It's basically magnesium that I put on the grip to help me stop sweating so much. What can also help, regardless of the grip tape I have on, is a wristband, so the sweat doesn't run down my hand. Also, always recommended if I sweat a lot and want to have a dry hand. The last thing we're looking at now is a thicker Overgrip tape. It would be something like this. It's basically a combination of an Overgrip tape and a cushion wrap. It's just a softer grip again, and also a slightly thicker grip. It's aimed more at advanced players because you don't feel the edge as well. And our very last tip for people who play a lot and change their grip often, it definitely makes sense to buy a 30-pack because you really save a lot of money. It's a bit of a cheeky sales tip, of course, but yes, it really is the case that you save money and it's recommended from our side. And now I'll briefly show you exactly how to wrap a grip. Very important, the principle is actually exactly the same for every grip. So whether you put on a towel grip, a thicker or a thinner grip, the principle always remains the same. If you have any questions about this, feel free to write to us.